Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. So now the question is, what is a synthetic monitoring? So little bit of discussions we did it last time also, and primarily synthetic monitoring we use it for uh, for availability testing. That means if you want something is up and running or not, so something like that you can test for synthetic monitoring. So here we have one endpoint, okay, and you want to keep on running on the network level. You want to check that this endpoint is accessible or not, and some basic set testing testing. Okay, so that is something which you can do that. So so for that we use the synthetic monitoring. Now this one which you see here, this request you can make it from the different geography, let's say India, Europe, USA, so different location. And this, the one which who's requesting is basically not a human, it's a robot, some sort of some applications which is making the network call and then validating it. So that's a synthetic monitoring. This you can run 24 by 7 without any interruption and validate your endpoint, APIs, certificate, and so on. So this is something like that. So can we go directly and show the demo? So for that synthetic monitoring, you have to go into the UX monitoring. So let me push up this UI. Hmm. So now here you see all of you my screen. So here under the UX monitoring, you have a RAM somewhere downside, and here you have a synthetic monitoring. So let's get started. So now if you see that here, I'm going to set up the synthetic monitoring. So for that you need require some certain endpoints. Now look at the step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all stuff like that. So these are the process for it. So first thing you decide what type of data you have. I mean, what types of website you have: HTTP based, SSL, DNS, WebSocket, or TCP, UDP, ICMP, gRPC, and all. So I'll use one of the website for this one, and here that one I'm going to use it this one. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, HTTPS, and this is the GET request. Here you can pass that GET post, put, delete, patch, and many other stuff. Now here if you look at it a little bit carefully, advanced option is there, and in this URL you can provide lots of other options also. So here if you want to pass something in the headers, cookies, you want to pass some authentication method for this URL, which includes certificates, basic auth, digest auth, anti-NRM, AWS signature, auth, and all many things. If you want to pass for some parameter, then you can put it up here parameter, use variable and value, something like that. You can put in a JSON body, some body also here to this URL if you want to if you're making API request or something. Proxy information, if you are in behind the uh, you know firewall, then you can provide it. So lots of options are there to this URL. The URL can be anything literally. Okay. So after that, setting up the URL, don't click on the test URL because it automate the things. Here you have to define the assertion. Now the question is, what is assertion? Anyone have idea for this? What is the assertion? All of you. Hello.
Mhm. No, Rajesh, actually, it is, I
So
mean, getting
uh,
some error like from endpoint URL, right?
yeah. So assertion, I'll just put it up in this way. It's one of the very important concept in testing. Look at this here. Uh, this is some image will be helpful for you. Not coming properly. So assertion is a one English keyword using you can you know validate something, assert something like, okay, is this there or not there? Okay. So look at this. This is something stylish approach or technique requiring a strong declaration or confident statement regarding a belief or a fact. This belief you can put it up in a context of HTTP. Not all assertions are true. I mean, something. So assertion is a way to validate uh, something has come or not. For example, this website, if you do the get request, you will have something which will come. So some title, some body, some image. So now this text based assertion I'm doing. So here, if it is 15 years, the response is coming 15 years. That means it is correct. That means whatever the response you got at the website which you are checking, that's correct. But if it is 16 years, it will fail. So right now I will do the assertion, new assertion, and here you have a type of assertions like body hash, header, response time, and status code. Now you need to in synthetic you need to little bit more aware of the HTML stuff that will help you. So body part, whether is not, contains, or all this stuff. So contain this one. So if this is there, then it's good. I mean, test case is passing, but I'll put it wrong number, which is not there on website, so it will fail. Now, this request to this website should be made from how many locations? So you can decide here. Let's say Hong Kong, London, India, somewhere Mumbai, somewhere should be there here. So three location I selected. Now you say, Rajesh, I don't have my locations in here. So you can add up new private locations also. This location you can run it wherever you want to run from, run the request from, and then this is nothing but a container actually. Okay, so that you can do that. Okay, so now apart from that, here you have a defined retry query. So if something failed, assertion failed, uh, how can you restart it? I mean, how can we retry it? So retry test 0 times after 300 milliseconds or something, which you want to modify, you can do that. How often you want to try it out? So right now, because I have a no patience to wait for 5-10 minutes or something, I'll go for minimum 5 minutes. And even though if it's allowed, lesser than that. Earlier it was allowed 1 minute actually. Now they have changed this 5 minutes. This is the one advanced. So this is the here we have a 5 minutes, but this is the one I will do per 1 minute. Now earlier little bit of change as in UI has been there, so that's okay. So every 1 minute you should hit from these three location with this address and check that if you are response body as this string or not. So like that, and then you have to configure. This is the monitor name, alert name. So Rajesh Kumar dot xyz test, this is the title, and this is the body. You can keep it whatever you want inside this, and you want to you want to set permission to some users, you can do that and create it. That's all. So now this way, I just wait for few minutes and then you will have it get going. So guys, did you understand that, all of you, how to create synthetic monitoring? All of you? Hello? Hello?
Uh, yes, Rajesh, but this synthetic check is basically to check the endpoint API, right?
Yeah, basically for endpoint API. Now I'll create one more. So this was a basic one. Now I'll go for here, new test. Now guys, I'll go for the browser test. Browser test means here this is not a browser test. It will just check the API endpoint and all and return value. But browser check test, you can use it for selecting the browser and then functionality test. So I don't know how many of you have an idea about the Selenium. So Selenium is nothing but a functional test for the websites. So something similar you can do it here also. In a Selenium, we have an IDE concept where you can do the stuff online and record that session on the browser, and then can replay it as many times you want it. So something like this you can do it here also. That's called browser test. So for that, I'll just click on here. Okay. Now here you have to specify the URL. So I'll specify the same URL. Okay, and this is much advanced. Look at my screen very carefully. And here you have some advanced options. Right now, I'll just ignore it. And now this name, you want to give it anything for this browser test. Brow, BROW browser. And now which browser you want this test to happen? So Chrome, Firefox, Edge, what exactly? From laptop, tablet, and mobile, what exactly? You can decide. And location, you can put it up Hong Kong to Mumbai, London 3, I'll put it up. And here you can set that same thing, retry conditioning. Scheduling, you can do that per minute, per hour, sorry, per minute I want to do that. And then okay, minimum for browser set is 5. Okay, and then configure this email for the alerts. So here if you see that assertion is not there, so assertion will come in the next page. Just wait for it. Assertions you have to create it manually. So Rajesh browser, and then whatever you want to put it in the email box, an email body, that's okay. Now you see that here it's not a save, it says start and edit recording. That means this website will be accessible on your browser, and whatever you do, Datadog will save that steps. Okay, and for this work you need a one extension which is called Datadog extensions. So what to do? So I have that extension, but I disabled it. So let me show you extension Datadog test recorder. This is the one. Now, if you know I mean Selenium, then this you need this one. Anyways, so enable this, and now come back to it, and then you'll have to do redo the stuff. So go to Rajesh Kumar browser, and now you can start resume scheduling. So okay, just a second, you have to edit recording. I did not record it actually. So now the site rajeshkumar.xyz will be loaded. Mind it, whatever you do here, it will be recorded in the left side. So let me click on the education. I clicked on it, and then here that will be recorded, and then after that, let's say I clicked on the blog, and here it will be recorded. So two things I did it, and so on. So now I just click on this. Oh, sorry, I missed that start recording. Now I start recording, click on the education, see that one step recorded, experience, second interest, portfolio. So all this thing is done, stop recording. So now whatever I did on the website, they have recorded, and left side you have all this thing. You can edit all this thing, and you can do the lots of work and save and quit. Now, if you have Selenium, if you know the Selenium, it's something like that only. Okay. So website testing is done. So now you see that there is an alert has come from the previous synthetic test, and you can view that which can you please tell me which region is good in terms of rajeshkumar.xyz. So we have Hong Kong, Mumbai, and London. So which region is having least response time? All of you. So I think Hong Kong is better, right? After that,
Yes.
London, and then worse is Mumbai. So this server is hosted in USA because of that. Okay, and if you see that all this graph, it's a self-explanatory. Response time by location, network time, and all stuff like that. But here downside, each props are failing actually. So you see the failed. So let me click on this. Why is failing? And you see that here it says body should contain 16 years, but actually you have 15 years. So that is a problem. That is a problem. So what to do? This is a genuine failure because with intention I did it. So let me edit this now. Assertions here. Now it will not fail anymore. So done, and so on. So this way you can use the synthetic monitoring techniques to check the availability for the website, but also nowadays we can check the functionality of the website as well. So now if you see that Rajesh Kumar browser, all the test cases will pass here. You see they are running the test cases, and these are the 4 test cases, 5 we have it, and you see that each click on the home page, education, experience, my interest, portfolio, all these tests are passing. That means those websites are available, those links are available, the website is correct. You can make it some modification, then failure will come. And you see pass from the Firefox and Chrome. Are you understanding, all of you?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.